Good late Wednesday evening. I am meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this January 15th of 2020. We had quite a bit of cloud cover today. That didn't stop us from reaching highs in the 50s to almost 60 degrees in some spots. We'll trend a little cooler tomorrow, but we'll stay quiet for your Thursday overall. Then the forecast gets really interesting, to kind of put an understatement on things. Let's just dive in. The look from Indigo Sky Casino and Resort throughout our Thursday showed quite a bit of cloud cover, not just outside of Seneca, Missouri, but all across the area. Again, though, that did not stop us from having temperatures warm up throughout the course of the day. The Skywatch Storm Tracker, even though we had the clouds in place, we stayed dry all day. However, our next storm system is already spawning some winter weather advisories and even a winter storm watch clipping parts of our area. Areas just to the north and west of Chanute, Allen, Woodson, Wilson counties, and closer you get to Wichita and the Turnpike, that's a winter weather advisory until noon on Friday. And then from Lynn County in Kansas and Bates County, Missouri, and up to the Kansas City metro, and even going into central and northern Missouri, that is a winter storm watch until 6 Friday evening. So we have an interesting storm system on the way. For our area, though, we expect it to begin as rain as we head into Thursday evening for a first look at the system. Then, as colder air at the surface tries to mix in, we'll have our rain chances try to mix in with some freezing rain and sleet late Thursday night and going through Friday morning. Then we're still anticipating, as temperatures warm in the Friday afternoon, any wintry weather out of here, we should be switching back to rain, but heavy rain at times, as we go into Friday afternoon. We'll look at the specifics in just a few. 7th and range line just before the 11 o'clock hour, at least looking quiet. Underneath mostly cloudy skies, rather. We had a high of 60 degrees today, and believe it or not, we actually started around Joplin in the about upper 40s to near 50, I believe, at last check. But that low of 36 is actually where the Joplin Regional Airport sat when we last checked the currents back at 1046, almost 1047. 36 degrees with the north breeze at 13. No gusts yet, but we could see some gusts near 20 at times tonight. But that breeze already is making it feel like 28 degrees against the bare skin outside. Believe it or not, everybody had a decent day temperature-wise despite all the clouds. We had a south breeze in place that allowed us to go mid to the upper 50s to almost 60 degrees, especially along and south of I-44. But a cold front swept through, the first cold front to sweep on through. That switched our wind around from the south to the north, and we saw temperatures just drop from there on out. We're already in the upper 20s in Iola and Yates Center, 34 in Pittsburgh, 41 in Grove, 42 in Anderson just before the 11 o'clock hour. Again, all due to that north breeze that kicked in behind the front. It'll be sustained throughout the night at about 5 to 15 with some gusts near 20. That should not lead to a downright cold night ahead of us, but we will see temperatures across the area dropping back into the upper 20s as we head towards sunrise Thursday morning. I think we were dry through the night and through Thursday morning as temperatures look to climb back into the mid-30s by lunchtime tomorrow. The Skywatch Storm Tracker has us quiet, but plenty cloudy for sure. So let's look at the surface setup to get things set up for you here. We have a cold front, the first one, that slid through to the south of us now. We have the north breeze kicking in behind the low. In addition to that, we have a good Arctic high pressure coming out of Canada. And you can see how cold it is, well below zero for parts of the Dakotas and parts of Minnesota. Now, we're not going to see that much cold air work in, but that is going to come into play as our rain chances begin as we head toward Thursday night and into Friday morning. As we head into the weekend, we'll see this cold front eventually sweep our rain chances out of here as we head into Saturday. But our main player at the jet stream level is this upper low finally beginning to work on shore across the Pacific Northwest. It's already digging deep. The jet stream planning on pulling in quite a bit of moisture from the Pacific and even some from the Gulf of Mexico. That's resulting in the cloud cover tonight, and that will result in rain picking up in Texas and Oklahoma to start tomorrow out. Then that will have to head our way as we head into Thursday night and Friday. So let's start diving into the nitty-gritty. We will stay in the upper 20s throughout the overnight across much of the area. Mostly cloudy, but we're dry tonight, and we stay dry during the day. As temperatures, at least along the south of I-44, look to rebound to the lower 40s. I'd say north of 44, I think upper 30s are a pretty safe bet. Let's go 28 in the morning around Joplin, 36 by noon. We'll have highs around 41 with an east breeze during the day at about 5 to 15, some occasional gusts near 20. Fast forward to 8 o'clock, we have the starting of the rain beginning to work into northeast Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, and even a little bit of southwestern Missouri. That will be just warm enough for this to begin as rain. But have a look as we head into 1 a.m. Friday. Rain, a good deal, and a good bit of it, especially in northeast Oklahoma, but we need to watch where that blue line, the freezing line, sets up as we go throughout the overnight and into Friday morning, because that will allow some of this rain to mix in with some freezing rain and sleet. I don't think we're cold enough aloft to have any snow. That's going to stay closer to Kansas City and central Missouri. Fortunately for us, with the way things look, we'll get temperatures back above freezing across the entire area once we get past 10 o'clock Friday morning. And then we'll see this continue as potentially some heavy rain as we continue on through Friday afternoon and Friday night. Then we'll start to see this clear on out as we head into Saturday. As far as potential ice amounts, this is what we're thinking for the time being, looking like the most accumulating ice in our neck of the woods will be just along and north of 400 on the Kansas side, and for a good portion of southwestern Missouri. But you see the amounts, they're not too terribly high. It's all because we'll be just around or just below freezing in some spots. So I'm seeing this for now resulting in ice amounts anywhere from a few hundredths of an inch up to about a quarter of an inch at the worst, and along with some pockets of sleet possible. Not expecting any snow with this. So the main crux of our winter weather issues for your Friday will be between midnight and up until about 10 o'clock into Friday. But we need to keep an eye on this setup. So updates to the forecast are still possible, because if the cold air is a little stronger, or if it holds on longer, that means more ice that we'll have to deal with. In addition to that, we will have quite a bit of normal rainfall to contend with, 1 inch to almost 2 inches. That could result in some flooding if we're not careful in timing out this rain. So a lot to watch over the next few days, but once we get past Friday night, we'll drop to 34 Saturday morning, mostly sunny but cooler, with highs near 41 on your Saturday. 36 with a weak wave coming by, mainly giving us mostly cloudy skies and maybe a few flurries on Sunday. We stay cold but mostly sunny for Martin Luther King Day with highs in the mid-30s. 41 on Tuesday, and then we'll see if another storm system can come at us as we head toward next Wednesday. So we'll continue to keep an eye in the short term on our rain and wintry weather chances as we head into Thursday night and into Friday. Have a good night. Have a great Thursday.